A native of Watertown, Massachusetts, Kerry Lessard has become one of the top goal scorers in the nation over the previous 4 seasons. As a junior, Kerry was named a second-team All-American and a first-team All-Big Ten choice. She ranked 4th nationally in goals scored with 25 and set an Iowa single-game record with 6 against Southwest Missouri State last season. Kerry is also a 4-year starter for the Hawkeyes.
There is a storied history of field hockey at Watertown High School. There are field hockey players who have made all-scholastic and who have achieved great prowess in the state and national. None better, however, than our next inductee, Kerry Lessard. When asked about Kerry Lessard, Watertown High Athletic Director Elaine Paradis and field hockey coach Eileen Donahue raved about her speed, dexterity, and competitive drive. Recall Paradis of Lessard, she was magical in the fall of 1994 for the Division II champion Raiders. Kerry could take the ball all the way from the defensive circle up the right sideline, dribbling in and out of defenders, as we saw her on that video, as if they were cones in a drill. Kerry loved it most when the game was on the line. It was her goal in the championship game at WPI, her 56th of the season, and her 128th of her career, that set a state all-time record. She played confidently and tough, and she could maneuver in and out of people with ease. She was an extraordinarily gifted athlete and an extraordinarily gifted field hockey player. As a sophomore, she contributed to the Raiders' 92 Division II state championship team, the 5th of Coach Donahue since the program was established in 1986. She scored twice and assisted on another goal in Watertown's 3-1 victory over Nauset in the 92 state championship game. She was Johnny on the spot in 1992. There were very few young women playing field hockey who showed the maturity of Kerry Lessard. In her junior season, the Raiders reached the state semifinals after she tallied 2 goals in a 3-2 victory over Hamilton Wenham to propel Watertown to the 1993 Division II North title. After Lessard duplicated her outstanding sophomore goal total again as a junior, she was selected the Middlesex League's most valuable player for 1993. Yet there were more goals and more successes to come in the fall of '94. 2 goals in a September 12th Watertown win over Reading, a hat trick 2 days later in a Raiders shutout of Stoneham. Then on September 16th, Lessard scored all 4 goals in Watertown's shutout at Lexington. Lessard had 9 goals in 3 games and continued on to 22 games and 22 goals in 9 games, including 5 hat tricks. In the 10th game of the '94 campaign, she earned her 6th hat trick of the season and her 100th career goal. 2 weeks later, she set the Massachusetts all-time scoring record with another hat trick, improving her season goal total of 41 and her career mark to 113. 2 weeks after that, she set the single-season state scoring record with her 47th goal as Watertown won its 18th and final regular season game on Halloween at Belmont. Yet Lessard's best games arguably came in the 1994 postseason. After the Raiders shut out nearly every opponent on the regular season schedule and never trailed in a game, Watertown was down 2-0 to Manchester Academy at halftime of the Division II North quarterfinal. In the second half, the Raiders evened the score at 2-2, but it was not until Lessard smashed in a quarter feed from Bethany Rogers 12 minutes into the second overtime that the Raiders could advance. A week later, an overtime session was necessary to defeat Georgetown, with Lessard providing the game winner that set up the 5-0 win over Quabog. After graduating from Watertown, Lessard went on to the University of Iowa, where she became one of the best field hockey players in Hawkeye history. She ranked 7th in career goals with 64. She was a team leader in goals and assists in her junior and senior season, 25 goals and 56 points in 1997, 23 goals and 48 points in 1998. Both years she was a second-team Division I All-American. Lessard has returned to Watertown, working for Tufts Health Plan on Mount Auburn Street, remains a part of the community that wishes that her past successes continue in the present and the future. Not just one of the greatest field hockey players. There are a lot of great field hockey players. But on a short list of one of the greatest athletes in the history of this high school, Kerry Lessard.
I'm glad I went before the '87 team. I was getting a little impatient there. If someone had told me 15 years ago that one day I would be inducted into the Watertown Hall of Fame, I probably would have said, wow, that would be great. If someone had told me 15 years ago that one day I would be inducted into the Watertown Hall of Fame for field hockey, I definitely would have said, you're crazy. Ever since I can remember, athletics have played a very important role in my life. I grew up in a family where sports of all kinds were adored. Some of my fondest memories from Perkins are playing tackle football with my brothers and their friends, playing catch with my sister, and shooting hoops with my dad. It was there that I learned the importance of respecting your opponent and never to be cocky. I never truly appreciated the sport of field hockey until after my freshman season at Watertown. I had never been worked so hard and been on such a demanding team in my life. I begged my parents to let me quit after the first day of preseason. I cringed at the thought of having to run so much and struggled with the new rules. Unlike ice hockey, which I grew up playing, I found that I couldn't turn my back on my opponent, I couldn't use my feet, and most importantly, I couldn't use both sides of my stick. I was definitely out of my element. But my parents told me to just make it through preseason, and then I could make my decision at that point. I'm very thankful to my parents for helping me make that decision in the fall of 1991, for my life would have been very different had I decided not to play field hockey. Field hockey gave me the opportunity to meet and play with some of the finest athletes in the country. It provided me with a chance to participate on some of the greatest teams in Massachusetts history. It taught me discipline through a very talented and experienced coaching staff. It helped me travel halfway across the country to the great state of Iowa. It helped shape the person that I am today. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame committee for selecting me for this great honor tonight. It is truly a wonderful feeling to be inducted into such a prestigious group of athletes, from those that I grew up admiring, such as Kathy Gudin and Kelly Kazosian, to those before my time, such as the late Phil Costello, better known to people of my generation as Mr. C. I'm very flattered and extremely overwhelmed by this award. I would also like to take this opportunity to personally thank a former teammate and great friend, Bethany Rogers, for nominating me to the committee. For those of you who know the sport of field hockey, you know how instrumental Bethany's role was to the success of the Watertown field hockey program. I thank you, Bethany, for your continuous support throughout the years. You, along with all the other great players I had the opportunity to play with, are the reason I stand here before you all this evening. When I look back on my experience at Watertown High School, I don't remember games that we won or lost. I don't remember who we beat to get to the state championship. I don't remember goals that I scored. What I do remember is the whole experience I had throughout those 4 years. I remember the bus rides, the pasta dinners, the laughing fits we used to have while making fun of Miss Donahue and of each other. And most importantly, I remember the closeness and camaraderie that stems from being part of something more than just a team. I keep all of those memories in a special place, and this honor tonight will be added to those memories. I would like to thank all of my teammates over the years for helping make those memories come alive, and for all their hard work and dedication. As I said earlier, I wouldn't be here this evening and would not have had the same great experiences without all of you. Another one. I would also like to thank Eileen Donahue. I know now that I wasn't the easiest athlete to coach, and I appreciate you taking the chance on me and helping me grow into the player that I became. No matter how hard you were on me, you inspired me on a daily basis and challenged me to be the best player that I possibly could. And I thank you very much for everything. To my friends and family, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. All of you play a very important role in my life, and I share a very special bond with each of you. I truly appreciate that you took the time to be here and celebrate this night with me. I love you all very much. To my parents, thank you for your loving support throughout the years. No matter what the issue, no matter what came my way or what I threw your way, you always protected and guided me. Your endless love and support are another reason I stand here this evening and accept this great award. Finally, I would like to congratulate all of the other inductees this evening. It was a great pleasure to share this event with you and to hear about your stories and successes during your time at Watertown High School. Thank you all so much for being here. This has been a wonderful evening.